In an environment where electronic performance and signal integrity are not compromisable, electromagnetic interference can quietly sabotage even the most advanced systems. While the threat may be invisible, its impact is anything but, and can include data loss and equipment malfunction. Not good. Fortunately, shielding your devices from harmful EMI starts with one of the most effective yet underrated components, woven wire mesh. When specified correctly, mesh acts as a barrier that blocks interference but allows airflow, visibility, or even ventilation depending on the application. So when it comes to effective EMI shielding, not all mesh is created equal. The shielding performance of woven wire mesh is directly tied to its physical characteristics. Specifically, the mesh specifications on how well it blocks electromagnetic waves is what matters. Understanding these specifications is essential if you want your shielding to act as intended, especially in environments where precision and compliance are critical. The first and one of the most important factors is mesh count, which is the number of openings per linear inch. Higher mesh counts typically provide better shielding effectiveness because they create a tighter barrier against high-frequency EMI. However, the trade-off is if it's too tight, you may impact ventilation, visibility, and other design constraints. Next is aperture size, which refers to the width of the open spaces between the wires. Aperture directly influences how easily EMI can pass through. Smaller apertures generally block more interference, but again, application-specific needs like airflow must be considered. And wire diameter plays a role as well, as thicker wires can contribute to better mechanical durability and grounding performance. But like the other specs, it must be balanced with weight and flexibility needs. Last but definitely not least, material selection is also incredibly important. Materials like copper, aluminum, or stainless steel are often chosen for their corrosion resistance and conductivity. Getting these specs right is about more than just checking boxes. It's about creating a tailored barrier that integrates seamlessly into your system while reliably preventing signal disruption. That's why spec decisions should always be based on the environment and frequency range and the regulatory standards that your shielding needs to meet. Selecting woven wire mesh for EMI shielding may seem straightforward, but overlooking a few key factors can lead to serious performance issues. From mismatched specifications to material incompatibility, even small errors in the decision-making process can compromise the effectiveness of your shielding. One of the most common mistakes is focusing solely on mesh count without considering other critical factors like aperture and wire diameter. While a high mesh count can improve interference blocking, it doesn't automatically mean better shielding. This is especially true if the aperture is still wide enough to let high frequency interference through. There's also the risk of ignoring frequency specific performance. EMI shielding is highly dependent on the frequency range of the interference. Mesh that performs well at low frequencies might offer little protection at higher frequencies, especially if the aperture is too large or if grounding isn't handled properly. And perhaps one of the biggest oversights is not verifying consistency in manufacturing. Variability in weave tightness, wire spacing, or even minor flaws in the mesh can create weak points where interference can pass through. Ultimately, effective shielding isn't about choosing the highest spec mesh on paper as much as it's about making informed choices based on the unique demands of your application and ensuring that the mesh is made to meet those exact needs every time. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, click our Talk to Us button to get in contact with our many experts on woven wire mesh. And if you'd like to learn more about woven wire mesh or our many products, we have a learning center filled with written and video content to make you an expert. We also have a YouTube channel. And don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring that bell to keep up with all things WS Tyler. Once again, my name is Andrew Kotlar, and I'll see you around in the next video. Bye for now.